The world level of men's single skating is now unrealistically high. The fight is for every element. Sometimes it's not enough to make 2 quads to score even 80 points. Many skaters have Ultra C elements, good skating and high-quality execution of non-jumping elements. A year ago, the Japanese Seima Uno won the World Championship, and there is a chance that he will defend this title. But Daniel Grassl is still in the top 10. He focused on jumping, the quad Lutz, with hand touching the ice, the triple axel and the Lutz toe loop combination. But his skating has noticeably deteriorated. It was already far from ideal, but at the World Championships, the coverage on the track was minimal. It seemed that Daniel was doing all the steps in place. Despite this, he received the 3rd level. As a result, the 8th place, 86.50. This is not to say that this is bad, considering what a turbulent season the Italian has had. Throwing from one specialist to another in a figure rarely leads to immediate success. Jason Brown returned to the international scene and gave a great performance, which allowed him to get into the last warm-up. He did not take risks and did not make quadruple jumps. The content is frankly weak for a top single skater, triple flip, trixel and triple Lutz triple toe loop combination. But Jason is a real artist. He showed an incredibly dramatic program to Melancholia by Alexei Kosenko. It was very tragic and sensual. As the music ended, Brown saw the audience, began to circle, wave to each sector and smile. He was very happy with the clean box office in the Japanese audience. 94.17 is a high score for a man without quads, but Jason gets a lot for the components thanks to the perfect glide. Only Uno has more than him today. Kevin Amos finished in 5th place. He perfectly skated the program to the soundtrack from the series Euphoria. The Frenchman wins back every movement, every turn. Due to the modern arrangement, there is a lot of choreography, but, as we can see, it does not interfere with the technical content of the program. Quadruple toe loop cascade, triple toe loop, triple axel and solo triple Lutz, all good. It is very joyful to see Amos's emotional reaction to clean skates. The skater jumps and rejoices. He reacted especially brightly to 95.56 points on the plate. Keegan Messing has his last career start and is 4th after the short program. The Canadian performed all the jumping elements cleanly, a quadruple toe loop, a triple toe loop, a triple axel and a triple Lutz. In his case, this is not the most important. The Japanese audience clapped for him from the beginning of the program, very loudly supported. And there was a reason for this. They skated gorgeously, very powerfully and accurately. Unfortunately, he forgot his phone and could not show a photo of the children, which made the audience in the stands very upset. And Keegan's grades pleased, 98.75 points. Cha Jun-hwan placed in the top 3 with a score of 99.64. He gave one of his best rentals in his career. Quadruple salcho, the most difficult combination of Lutz Rittberger and triple axel, clean. He approached the last element very carefully and in the end he did it perfectly. The Korean performs to the music of Michael Jackson and perfectly transferred it to the ice. In addition to the main features of the performer, Jun-hwan added his own. The end result is very fresh and unique. 2nd place after the short program went to Ilya Malinin. Often this season he had problems on the first day of the competition, but at the World Championships he managed. The American did the most difficult content perfectly, a quadruple Lutz, a triple toe loop, a quadruple toe loop and a triple axel. It is worth noting his progress in choreography. He is becoming more and more liberated, there are much fewer clamps, so the program looks interesting. In the waiting area for assessments, in addition to his father, Raphael Arutyunyan was sitting with him, who advises Ilya. As a result, Malinin scored 100.38, but even this was not enough for leadership. True, a Russian American can be satisfied. In the free program, he is preparing to perform something explosive, 6 quads, including an axel, as well as a unique combination of a triple Lutz, a triple axel. Seima Uno is serious about defending his title in Saitama. Before the short program, he fell very painfully in training, so there was talk about the possible removal of the Japanese. But the skater took to the ice and gave a chic skate. He performed a quadruple flip, a combination of a quadruple toe loop, a double toe loop and a triple axel. Seima skates incredibly beautifully, but what boring and identical programs he has become. For the past few seasons, he has stopped taking interesting images. Now it's just beautiful skating with some music, and it's very frustrating. Even the demonstration number looks better than his competitive programs. Despite this, 104.63 points, the best components and a well-deserved first place, this season was bound to be Kaori Sakamoto's finest hour. She got her second win just in time last year. She did a great job during the first half of the Olympic year, and in the spring she was lucky. At first Humila Valiva's difficulties at the Olympics allowed her to get into the final three at the Games and to take 2 medals of the tournament, taking into account the team competitions. And then before the World Championships the Russians were removed from the ISU tournaments as a whole. Kaori had no real competitors and for the first time in her career became the strongest on the planet. Last fall she could consolidate her success and win start after start. There is a feeling that this is the only reason why Sakamoto did not end her career at all. Why, when fate gave her such a historic chance? However, from the very first tournament in Lombardy, something went wrong and Kaori's skating didn't work out. She got stuck in the second place, losing to her own Japanese teammates. And not the stars like Mai Mihara. Still, it seemed that the challengers and ordinary Grand Prix rounds were no indicator. When necessary, Sakamoto would be at his best, but the Grand Prix final was a complete disaster, with a penultimate position. The situation was brightened up a little by the home title, but Kaori lost the Universiade again to Mihara. Would the year end without a win for the Olympic medalist? Sakamoto made a bid for the World Championships and it seems that she won't cede the title to anyone. The short program was the best not only in the season for a Japanese, but in principle in her career. She has almost 80 points in the program. It is difficult to get more without ultra jumps. Her closest rivals are 6 points away and none of them have any clear arguments against Kaori with the free skate.